Okay, hey y'all. I taped off this painting that I did that I didn't like, and I had started on doing a couple of other things too. Like this is older and messier and all that. Because I don't want to start anything too big tonight, because then I would have to clean up my workspace. You're seeing the behind the scenes of what I do whenever I don't want to clean up my workspace. I make any excuse to start something new that's kind of small. And that's what we're gonna do. We're just trash this painting just instantly. Okay, so we're bought in now. There's no going back now. So far, I have just used one Posca pen and one of my drip machine mop markers. And I should probably let it dry a little bit, but I think we all know me better than that. Yeah, just mixed with a little bit of that purple or watermelon. But this is just to get us some colors going. So it's not the end of the world. Just don't want to ruin my marker. Okay. Feeling better about it already. I don't really want to get out a palette either. So I'm probably just going to put some paint right here on that tape. And just spread it around with one of these brushes. I started using a square floral vase for my water, so I'd quit trying to drink it. And it was the most genius thing ever. If somebody buys you, oops, that turned brown. If somebody buys you flowers, keep the base. They make really good paint water brushes and paintbrush holders. Carrie, you should let things dry. You know this. And this isn't going to be taped off for there to be a cute white area. So if anybody's wondering, because there's a painting under it, I just wanted to divide it. I bought a bunch of mini frames because you can sell mini art way fast. And so I did that to just give me an idea of the composition areas. And then I can cut it apart later, trim off the edges that will absolutely at that point not match. Yeah, we got a lot of little mixing of things that shouldn't be mixing going on, but that's okay. I'm gonna put some of this white, maybe I'll put it right there. I'm just gonna put white in different spots on each one. And they're not really gonna all be white because of my blending and my dirty brush, but it's gonna be fun whenever we take the tape off. It always is. We'll come back in and do some white once everything dries. This is too messy because I didn't let it dry. At least I am seeing no more of the painting that I didn't like. That makes me super happy. I'm gonna get a different size brush that's not covered in other colors real quick. I don't know why it matters because I'm about to put it on this thing. It has all these other colors. Oh, goodness. I'm just putting it on in different shapes, and then it's a thinner brush this time, so there'll be difference with that. And then difference in the direction that I'm going. And one brush was damp and one brush was dry. So all the different little things that we can do. If you watched another video, I meant to go back and make a list, but wet, dry, different directions, different size brushes, things like that, all of that makes a huge difference in the outcome and gives you interesting stuff. Putting paint on and taking paint off. Wax on, wax off. I didn't mean to put that much white on that one. Oopsie. We will see what happens with it when we cut them apart. I usually like to cut them apart and then mark them up just a teeny bit more to make sure I love it. All right, I'm gonna put one more big white on this one. I have many paintings come out of my ears for whenever I get my shelf at this little local spot, West Side Market in Greenville, because people do love to buy art, but sometimes they don't want to carry home a 36-inch canvas. So a miniature painting is good, and it's affordable, and it can go in somebody's dorm room. Both the towns that we live in have colleges, so kind of thinking through, like, if somebody's shopping and they see something that their son or daughter might want to put up on their dorm wall, you know? So I'm gonna pause and dry these off for a second. Okay, it's probably not totally dry. Well, it's definitely not totally dry. I just did that for a couple seconds. But I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, and that is just do a couple of big blocks of color. I'm putting this paint right here, so I'm still not getting a palette paper out in case y'all want to know how very little I want to clean up after this tonight. I'm not even getting out a palette page. So I thought I would put some blocks on these, and then just maybe one other little spot of this bright turquoise color. And it looks really crazy right now. Trust me, I know. But we have to trust the process when we take the tape off and cut these up, and mark them up a little bit, that it's going to be so cute. We just have to trust that. Before this gets too dry, I'm going to put just some marks in it. I didn't put any in there before on the other colors. Put this right here on this tape for just a second. I didn't mean to put all these turquoise blobs in the same spot on these paintings. I guess I didn't really pay attention enough to know that's what I was doing. Sorry about that. I do think I want a little teeny bit more opaque on two of these anyway. It's just a paintbrush that you would use if you were painting a house. Nothing special. These are so fun to do because I have no idea what this is going to look like at this point. None. I think that's so fun. I'm going to put something dark on here. I don't know if that's kind of dark enough. We'll try it. Turquoise deep. I'm just going to put some on the middle of tape here and just put a couple spots on each one. I'm wetting my brush just a teeny bit. This is, I hate to even do this right now, but I was kind of trying to make marks and it just turned into, all right, go with it. I don't know which part of that is tape and which part of that is paper, so we're just rolling with whatever's happening and what shows up and what doesn't, because it might get pulled up, you know, when I take the tape off. All right. We'll dry them and then we'll mark them up some with some Posca and some oil sticks and stuff like that. But I like the general idea of what these are doing. I'm just going to do a couple of little lines on this one where the paintbrush just was a little dry. Who knows what these will look like, y'all. And what's cool is if you really like it, You can put it in one of those apps and blow it up and look at what you might want to do with like a 30 by 40 inch, like one of those over there. And get some idea for size like that. And kind of copy the composition and the colors because it's your creation. You're not being inspired by any other person on the planet than just you. I feel like I want really something dark, so I'll probably do that with some Posca pens. But I like it. And we're gonna dry it, cut it up, and then mark them up and see what happens. Okay, hey y'all. I cut this all up, and you can see these are already ready and dry for me to mark up some and frame them in some little frames. I will tell you, I was gonna get new tape because this tape was too sticky and it was tearing up my paper, and somebody told me to just take it and put it on some like clothes or something first, and I did that. And then they said heat it up with your drying tool or whatever before you pull it. I did that and it worked perfectly. So thankful for those tips because I don't have to buy anything new. Since it's the middle of the night, I'm probably just gonna mark up this one for this process video and then show you what I come up with later. But I'll do them all with the same tools in the same order, so you'll be able to follow along and do your own if you choose to. So right now I'm doing just a plain white marker that's Posca. I told you, like, we have to do that first. If we're gonna do it at all, you need to do it first because it won't go over the oils and pastels and stuff and it'll ruin your pen. So I'm doing that in a couple spots. I'm gonna do it with that, and then I'm gonna leave that over to the side so I won't forget tomorrow that I used that, and I'll do the rest of them with the same thing. I'm gonna do this purple on the blue here. It's like a lavender on that teal. It really pops. And I did white on some of the other areas. And then I'm gonna just do a little bit of the purple right here down this side. Okay, you see that? Okay. And believe it or not, like, I might not have a frame that's exactly this size, but believe it or not, these are so cute and so easy to sell. And you're spending, you know, like 4 minutes on them. So if you sell it for $20 or $25 in a nice little frame, you paid, you know, $4 for, you made 20 bucks. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna use this acrylic marker thing. It's acrylic paint, so it dries, not like the oil ones get real messy. And I'm just gonna put that on in a couple places because I really like the color combination. Let me see. You can do little scratches in this. It looks cool. I won't do it on all of the areas, but I do it on some. And this is a good color to contrast and just the dark against the light anyway. I'll probably put some white on here. And then maybe call it a day. I just really like the creaminess of these acrylic sticks and the fact that you don't have to let them dry. But I don't think I have any more white ones. I just use the white ones the absolute most. So I'm gonna have to use an oil stick for this. I'm gonna use one of these Sennelier ones so I don't have to get the other ones out of their little packages. These little suckers break fast. Just know that if you buy them. You can't be hard on them. Like that acrylic thing, you can press down as hard as you want and it doesn't matter. I need to peel the paper back on this. I don't know why I'm being so hard-headed. Here's a little corner that I don't have to. Okay. And then you can also, you know, use your palette knife to scratch in some marks on this as well. I'm gonna put a little bit down here and right there. And I'm just doing that aesthetically. It looks like it needed it. And I don't have any other way to explain that except for just like my brain tells me it needs it in certain areas. And I could be wrong. it would not be the first time, y'all. Okay. And let's just see what that looks like. I really think I might want some coral on here just because it looks so pretty with teal. There we go. How about that? And then I might just make some little squiggles with it because I don't have any on this. And I like that. It's sort of my signature thing. And it looks really nice with that color. You just don't want to get it into your oils because that should have been first. But looking at it, it just looked like it needed it. I need one little tiny one right here where there's no oils. Okay. Perfect. And I'll do the rest with these same tools so that I can just take a picture and show you each one and you'll know exactly how I did it. But I took that painting that I did not like and I made something really pretty out of it. And I'll mock it up in a big painting thing if I like the composition and the colors and everything enough, which I do. And then I'll like say to the app, the smartest app I use, let's make this one a 30 by 40 canvas on a wall. And then I'll just look at it while I paint my big canvas to get the perspectives and everything right. And I can paint a canvas with these colors and these marks, not exactly, but be inspired by it. And it'll just be so pretty. So thanks for hanging out with me while my insomnia wreaks havoc on me. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day.